Look at me. I am covered with slime. I'm sweaty from head to toe. I am thoroughly exhausted, but I bet you're wondering what I've been doing all day. Hey, how y'all doing? I'm Captain Cephas McRae, and on today's Nuts and Bolts adventure, I've landed off the coast of St. Simons Island, and I've hooked up with Captain Mark Noble. This Nuts and Bolts adventure is going to be spectacular, and right now, you're looking at one very exhausted and completely slimy, but very happy individual. Stick around. This Nuts and Bolts adventure is cranking up right now.
Tarpon.
There he is, yeah. Oh, yeah. Go to the right. There he goes again, yeah.
That's a good fish, Ethan.
Sweet. Yeah. Oh, that is gorgeous.
A nice tarpon. Cephas.
Woo!
This right here is what you come to St. Simons Island and catch.
Man, I am slimy and I am loving it. If I were to ask you, where would you like to go tarpon fishing? Well, most folks will conjure up visions of the Caribbean, the Florida Keys, Boca Grande, Homosassa. Well, today I've landed in one of the most awesome tarpon fisheries on the planet, and it's not in Florida. In fact, it's on the Georgia coast in the Golden Isles off St. Simons Island, Georgia. Fish on. Oh, yeah! Wahoo!
Oh, there we go. There it is.
Beautiful. That is amazing.
What a fish!
Oh yeah, nice fish.
Woo! Oh. That is a true bull
That
redfish.
was fully grown.
Good grief! I've got two fish on the same plug. These are excellent fish. They're hard fighting. But that fish has got some shoulders on him. What a fantastic way to end today. Today's Nuts and Bolts adventure is brought to you by ESCA. Take the ESCA challenge and improve your catch rate or your money back. Get the light that makes fish bite. Get an ESCA. Project X swim baits. Simply the best soft plastic baits around. Super scented, super charged, super secret. Tie one on and hang on. StainlessTown.com's new Boaters Kit. 223 stainless steel fasteners in a compact case. It's the perfect addition to every boater's toolkit. Today's Nuts and Bolts adventure launches from coastal Georgia in an area known as the Golden Isles, which includes St. Simons Island, Sea Island, Jekyll Island, and Cumberland Island. Now, these barrier islands are known for their enchanting scenery, world-class golf, five-star resorts, and Georgia shrimp. But what a lot of people don't know about is the remarkable fishery that exists here, both offshore and inshore. The marshes of Glen form a pristine breeding ground for sea trout, redfish, flounder, and a host of other species. And its rich estuary system provides the food that entice big game fish to linger for a while on their migratory journeys. Beginning in midsummer and lasting well into the fall, blacktip, tiger, and hammerhead sharks use this area as a favorite breeding ground, giving anglers who choose to target them a spectacular fight and usually a sore back. There's another top predator that makes an annual pilgrimage to the Golden Isles, and it's one that most folks wouldn't normally associate with the Georgia coast: tarpon. In fact, this is a tarpon fishery that compares to any South Florida or Caribbean destination. And you'll discover how amazing and humbling fishing for the Silver King can be when the Nuts and Bolts of fishing continues. My cork is down, boys.
Get him real on, Cephas.
This is amazing. You know, whether you own a classic bass boat like this one or a 25-foot tournament monster, there never seems to be a handy place to keep a spare rod, some extra lures and pliers, or a cool beverage while you're fishing. Well, Spider King Rod Holders has the solution with modular rod holders, tackle trays, and cup holders mounted right on your boat seat. The heart of the system is our aluminum base plates that fit virtually any fishing chair or tournament seat. There's no holes to drill and they install in minutes. Spider King's modular components let you easily create your own configuration or choose one of our combo kits, including the new pole mount that slides over a tournament seat pedestal. Now you can switch rods in seconds or have a third hand when you're changing rigs. And with Spider King accessory trays and cup holders, you've got everything you need right by your side. Add convenience and versatility to your boat with Spider King. Order yours online at SpiderKingRodHolders.com. Today I'm fishing with Captain Mark Noble of the Golden Isles Charter Fishing Association on a quest to tangle with a tenacious, acrobatic ocean critter known as the Silver King. We left the docks at Morningstar Marina on the incoming tide and made the short trip down the Frederica River to St. Simons Sound. The first task of the day was to fill the live well and cooler with fresh bait.
Now, Cephas, I was kind of wondering, maybe all your viewers out there would love to see you throw a cast net.
You know what? Actually, they have, and that's why we don't show that very often. Nice toss, Mark.
All right, Cephas, I think we got what we need here, buddy.
Yeah, you need some help pulling that in? That is a net full right there. That is what we're looking for. Pogie, also known as a menhaden. This is the primary forage fish for sharks, tarpon, pretty much all the big predatory fish out here.
And you know, just so that a lot of people know, Cephas, this right here attracts just as many sharks as it will anything else. So, you know, when you come down here and you do a tarpon fishing trip, we actually call it a shark and tarpon trip because a lot of people has a misnomer about tarpon fishing. That is, they go all day long and maybe not even get a bite, see them roll and don't catch anything.
Sure.
But here, when we're fishing out of St. Simons right here in the Golden Isles, you can expect to see sharks, which we have a multitude of species, the tarpon, king mackerel, maybe a cobia, big Spanish mackerel, Jack Crevalle, ladyfish, bluefish. I mean,
big
it all
comes through here off this bar too?
You shouldn't have said that out loud because now everybody's going to know what we got down here is a big secret. Some of the best bull red drum fishing in the world right here.
Awesome.
All right, now it's time to introduce Cephas to the cutting board.
I am ready.
We're going to set up a chum line, and this chum line's running way back towards the mainland. So, you know, we can call fish in from 3/4 of a mile or better away with this. So.
Yum. Get me a cracker. There's some cocktail sauce.
I mean, he is working us up a good chum slick.
I'm making chum.
I want to spend just a minute here, and I want to show you how we was rigging for these tarpon. Remember, anybody can go tarpon fishing. All you need to know is just a few of the small things. And actually, that's not a whole lot different than probably how you catfish back in the river. But now you can see right here, here's my snap swivel. That's going to my main line. And then I have my leader starting right here, and I have a surgeon's knot. Double overhand granny if you want. I'm wearing a Columbia cert, so I gotta call it a surgeon's knot. And I have a ounce sinker right here. Now you can see that the line is run through the center and back around through the center of the sinker again, and what it does is it makes the sinker stop because I do not want this sinker sliding down here on top of the hook. This leader right here is probably going to be about 5.5, 6 foot long, 125 pound leader. And you can see right here where it's just a straight J hook. That's an Eagle Claw 5/0 hook. Now I'm going to tell you, the most popular hook you're going to find is that 7766 Mustad, and it is called the tarpon hook, but this right here, well, it'll work just fine. So about an ounce sinker with the current we had running today, 125 pound leader, attached to a pretty beefy outfit. Now looky there, y'all, tarpon gear. This right here is an Ocean Master reel, and I got it spooled with 50-pound test line. Now there's 425 yards of 50-pound line on this. Now I want to explain something to you. These fish are large, and you hear a lot of people saying, I want to catch fish on light tackle. Well, that's fine, but when it comes to tarpon, don't do it. Sometimes you'll spend 2, 3, maybe even 4 hours on 20-pound test line only to release your fish dead. So consider this: beefy tackle, 50-pound test line. Catch your fish in perhaps under a 3-hour time span, but most certainly it's going to be 15 to an hour and a half. You can expect that. But this tackle allows it to get the job done, and you release the fish in a healthy condition. Fish on right there, Cephas.
Okay. I see him right out there underneath the pelican. Oh, yeah. Big tail. Pulling a lot of line. He's staying up top, too.
Well, let's see if he'll jump. Is he still pulling?
Yeah, he's still pulling. Golly, Mark, I think he spit it.
Well, he spit or he bit it off, because it doesn't necessarily mean it was a tarpon just because,
Yeah.
you know, we're right here around them.
Yep. All I'm bringing back is leader.
That right there is what I call a bite. And if he'll just go ahead and take off with it.
And there goes another one. As much fun as it is, this is getting close to work, Mark.
Well, I got this bull right here coming. He's just not happy about the whole thing, Cephas.
Well, you got to filter through a few other species to get what you want. If you just came out here and just caught tarpon, I mean, you know, one right after the other, that'd be a whole lot of fun, but it'd get old after a while.
That's right. These trips, if you want to catch fish and have a action-packed day, this is the trip for you, because you can get, you know, fish 200 to 300 pounds, you know, tarpon up to 150 or more, and you know, sometimes you hook a shark and he may be over 500.
This one, I believe, is a different flavor.
Yeah, that right there is what we call a brownie or a sandbar shark.
Sandbar shark.
Yep.
All right. And we're fishing on a sandbar, so that's a good place for him to live.
That's right.
Now that was 1, 2, 3, 4 fish in like a row.
We'll see if it's it from all that chum you put out there a while ago. I mean, what'd you expect?
Yeah.
Man?
I didn't even have a chance to catch my breath, Mark.
And I can't keep a bait in the water.
And that's a good thing. This is a heck of a fishery out here.
All I gotta say right here, you know, people wait all day long up there fishing for striper to get one good pull.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, Cephas down here, you get multiple pulls. I mean, you're always constantly fighting something large.
Sure.
And, you know, when you have that kind of action in a trip, it can get you excited. It keeps your interest up, and by all means, it is not boring.
Yeah, well, it hasn't been so far. We've only been fishing for just a couple of hours.
Yeah.
And it has been non-stop action.
And I've already used about, you know, 12 or 13 hooks.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Well,
hey.
I got plenty of hooks.
Yeah, there you go. Got plenty. We got plenty of hooks.
We got plenty of hooks.
This is so much fun. So much fun. There she is, right there. There she comes. Yeah! That is magic right there. That is magic. Captain Cephas here, and I've got a question for you. Do you like to go fishing, or would you rather go catching? Well, if you want to go fishing, just tie on anything in your tackle bag. But if you want to go catching, tie on a whoop-ass jig. You know, jigs have been proven to be one of the most effective baits you can throw, and only whoop-ass jigs have premium bucktail and a head design that imparts great action in the water. So quit fishing and start catching. Tie on a whoop-ass jig. Now, we had been playing with sharks for most of the morning, and although they were plenty of fun, it was time to do some serious tarpon fishing. And now the tide was finally high enough to let us move to one of Mark's favorite spots between two sandbars. Right there, Mark. One's rolling. Right there. Right there.
All right. Well, let's just try it right here on this bar, Cephas.
We could see tarpon actively marauding large schools of pogies, and Mark knew they'd be funneling down the channel as the current picked up. Now, it was my job to get the tarpon to come closer and check out our pogie buffet, so I got back into my chumming mode, building a scent trail that would hopefully draw the Silver Kings to our bait spread. Mark rigged up the rods with fresh baits and then deployed the anchor ball so we could quickly get off the hook and chase down a big fish if we needed to.
Tarpon, 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 tarpon.
Oh.
Thumb it down a couple of times just to bump the hook in it. That's good. Let's see if it.
I'm gonna let him get that hook good. Oh, I love that sound. As a matter of fact, we need to crank. There you go.
Is that him way out there?
You read my mind. Okay, Mark, if I could bother you for that
Belt?
belt, I
right.
would appreciate it.
It's a different Cephas all of a sudden.
Oh, I just turned into a sissy. I need the belt.
Well, there it is, y'all. You heard it first here.
Yeah.
Cephas, the girly man.
Yep.
That fish got out there at least 300 yards.
Yeah. She pulled a lot of drag. There she comes. Here she comes. She's coming up. She's coming up. She's coming up. There she is. Right there. There she comes. Yeah. Oh, that is magic right there. That is magic.
Cephas, this place keeps your attention. And you know, it's a virtual bread basket. I mean,
Sure.
we got so many freshwater rivers dumping in. You know, the fish, you know, you got the building blocks, everything's in place. And you know, that's, you know, we do have the title of the, you know, the shark capital of the East Coast.
Sure,
You know,
yeah.
for the breeding ground.
Because they come out here to spawn.
Well, that's right. But you know, it takes all the small stuff to make that top of the line predator, give them a reason to stay.
Sure.
And well, I think if you'll come here, you'll find out that
And this is a year-round fishery too. The fishing
Yeah.
is awesome here in November and December, as good as it is in May and June.
tell you what, when it gets cold and the winter's on hard,
Sure.
the trout and the red fishing is outstanding.
Well, I have been down here on one of the coldest days of the year and wore the redfish out. Oh, and this fish is wearing me out right now. Come
All
on,
right.
baby.
Now, Cephas, you're gonna have to get down there on that fish a little bit now. This ain't no Jane Fonda workout.
No, this is, I did eat my Wheaties this morning.
Oh, talk to me, fish.
You know, who says this isn't fun?
Well,
If you come down here and get the opportunity to do this, and you walk away with a frown on your face, you're just not human. And I mean, you see me grunt a lot today, but you haven't seen a frown on my face.
well, one thing I know I'm gonna get to see today, Cephas, is you leave tired.
Yeah, exactly. Well, you can count on that.
There he is. Roll down again, Cephas. He's right there. He's right underneath
Yeah,
the boat.
there he
See
is.
him right
There
there.
he
I
is.
see
There
his
he is.
tail.
There he is. There he is. Yeah.
That's a good fish, Cephas.
Well, you've got the drag set just right, Mark. You've got the drag set on wear Cephas out.
Oh,
I think
that
that's
it
the
is.
setting.
That
The
was the
setting is-
setting. I put that on there this morning. I actually got one of
Cephas
the little pins and I wrote that on that drag. When you dial it around to it, it says Cephas. Well, I know I'm going to be able to say this for sure.
What's
I
that?
had Cephas on my boat and I had him plumb wore out.
No. What you're going to say is you had Cephas on this boat and he whooped some tarpon, but there he comes. Oh, beauty. Okay, here we come. Here's the leader. Oh, look at
Look
that.
at that right there. Outstanding, Cephas.
Son of a gun.
That was a good 100-pounder
Oh.
right there. And you can see that fish was actually marked up from a scar from earlier
Sure.
because, you know, we're out here sometimes, these big bulls or these big hammerheads, they're the worst.
Yeah.
They'll paddle in here and start chewing on these things, and it's the most awesome thing you ever witnessed.
Right. Well, I got to have some water. I am whooped. Look at me. I am soaked, absolutely soaked. But it is a good feeling. Good feeling all over. Wow, okay. I'm not gonna holler calf rope just yet. So maybe we just put out some baits, try it one more time.
Well, if you feel like it, let's go do it.
All right, cool. I am speechless. Talk amongst yourselves. We'll be right back. This portion of today's adventure has been brought to you by Stealth Series rods from Coach's Custom Rods. World-class hand-built rods for superior strength and sensitivity. The fish'll never know what hit them. Whoop-ass fishing tackle, the fish-catchingest lures you'll ever throw. Hand-tied bucktail jigs in a variety of sizes and colors. Open up a can on them and catch more fish. Esca, take the Esca challenge and improve your catch rate or your money back. Get the light that makes fish bite. Get an Esca.
Trust is a quality that's earned over time, through our greatest triumphs and humble defeats. It's built on dependability, extraordinary strength, and true confidence. At the end of a long but epic day, trust is about being able to deliver on promises time after time. Built to last, made to work. Trust Scotty.
After the show, catch more fun on the Nuts and Bolts website, where you'll find video pro tips and great recipes from the Nuts and Bolts chefs. You can also sign up for our free newsletter and get discounts on tackle, apparel, boating accessories, and more in the Nuts and Bolts online store. And Nuts and Bolts Facebook fans are automatically entered into Buck's Friday Free Day giveaways, where some lucky person gets a fantastic prize package every week. It's our way of saying thanks for watching the show. If you thought this adventure was a lot of fun, well, you'd be right. Now here's a way that you can come fish with me and the rest of the gang. It's the Nuts and Bolts Fishing Fest.
Oh, yeah! Wahoo! Oh, there we go. There it is.
Beautiful. That is amazing.
What a fish!
Twice each year, we gather together at great destinations for a weekend of food, fun, and fishing.
That's what I'm talking about.
And if you don't have a boat, well, that's not a problem. We enlist the help of an elite group of charter guides from the area who know where the fish are and how to catch them.
Got him! Got him! Get him on!
That's what we came to do down here.
It was great.
Fishing is like the best thing ever.
The Nuts and Bolts Fishing Fest is fun for the entire family, and it's easy to come join in on the festivities. Just look for the registration forms on the Nuts and Bolts of Fishing website to find out where the next Fishing Fest will be. Now, this is one fishing trip you don't want to miss. I'll see you there.
We love Fishing Fest!
There he goes. He came up for a second.
He did come up.
Yeah, there he is. There he is. He's out there. He's on the
All
right.
It is a tarpon.
Yeah. He's on the right. There he goes again. Yeah.
Good deal. Way to go, Cephas.
Awesome. Stay on, baby. Stay on.
You got a reel. You know, he came up there and he just splashed on the water, and we're sitting there going, man, I mean, shark, and then tarpon.
This is what we've been waiting for all day.
Yep.
And you put in your time, patience, persistence, and perseverance, and in every cloud there is a silver lining, and this one happens to be the Silver King.
That's it, baby. Oh, you pretty thing, you pretty
Come on,
thing.
sweetheart. Okay, straight off the bow there now, Mark.
All right.
And I'm finally gaining line. Oh, there, wow.
There you go. Now, pull.
This is a workout, but it's probably one of the best workouts you'll ever have. Coming around you, Mark, coming underneath. Coming up. Yeah.
There we are. Oh, here we go.
Oh, that is gorgeous.
A nice tarpon. I mean, you hooked the fish perfectly, Cephas. We're going to see what about 110 pound, 115 pound Georgia tarpon looks like.
Okay,
Lay him
rotate.
over right there,
There
Cephas.
we
Let's
go.
see if we can stand up a little bit here.
Yeah. Ah, look at this.
All right, I'm gonna let him go just for a second, because this right here,
That is what I'm talking about.
Cephas.
Right there.
Congratulations,
That is
buddy.
a Georgia tarpon. A sure enough St. Simons Island Captain Mark Noble Georgia tarpon right there,
I
buddy.
hear you, baby.
Look at that. Ah, wow.
This right here is what you come to St. Simons Island and catch.
Man, I am slimy and I am loving it. You guys have got to get down here. St. Simons Island, called Captain Mark Noble.
You got a taste of it, Cephas. You've seen that Georgia is viable as a saltwater fishery.
Oh, it's more than viable. It is an unbelievable saltwater fishery. And it is one of these places that people don't know about, but you ought to. We have had a blast today. Dusky sharks, sandbar sharks, big rays, bonnet heads. We've had bait all around us. We've had tarpon busting the water all over the place. And then this is the icing on the cake. We've had a number of hookups, but to get one to the boat, jumping right at the boat on on a day like today, it's just beautiful out here, and that is really just, it tops it all, beats it all.
Well, there's no question. I mean, Seafish has done an excellent job on that fish, and just so that anyone, might want to come here, just so that you need to come here and get some of this. I mean, if you like fishing, if you do a lot of striper fishing, and you like to pull on something big, come on down here to Georgia. If you got your own boat, call me. I'll help you find a place to go fishing, even help you find a place to put the boat in. Bring your boat, or either charter one of the boats with me or with Golden Isles Charter Fishing Association. I promise you, you'll really enjoy this outing.
And by the way, be sure and bring an extra set of clothes. Look at me. I have been ectoplasmed
There you
by
go, baby.
a tarpon, and I love it.
It don't get no better than that right
I love
there.
it. I may just have this mounted.
There you go, see, fun.
Well, today we found the piscatorial pot of gold at the end of the rainbow off the coast of Georgia in an area known as the Golden Isles. And the prize inside wasn't gold, it was silver.